So if you feel like giving up on your Etsy business, then this video is gonna be literally perfect for you, okay? So look, I know the feeling. We get super excited when we start a new business. We commit loads of time into it. We put in loads and loads of effort, and we literally start it with the hopes maybe that this could even be the business that is going to lead us to making thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars a month. But then there comes a point where the reality kind of dawns on us, and we kind of realize that, we're not making the sales volumes we originally hoped for, and suddenly the money isn't coming in from the business that we need to quit our jobs. We've been at it for a little while now, and we're not getting the success that we hoped for. And this does happen. This happens a lot more often than you think, to a lot more people than you think. And I know, because I've been there, and I know how much this sucks, all right? And I actually want to show you something here as well, a very recent example, just to back up exactly what I'm saying. So I recently started a new print-on-demand shop selling mugs in what is, as you probably know, a very saturated niche on Etsy. And I did this to put my reputation on the line on YouTube, of course, to all of you guys, because, I just wanted something that I could do to show you that, what I'm saying about Etsy actually works. So, this shop is literally the basis for pretty much my whole channel and reputation for everything that I say. So yeah, as you can imagine, there's quite a lot of pressure on myself with this new shop to actually make it succeed and to make a lot of sales. And I just want to show you here that after the first 23 days, as you can see, I literally only made 4 sales, and the revenue figures were not very impressive at all, okay? So you can kind of imagine how I'm feeling at this point, right? And so I know how it feels when you kind of put a load of effort in up front. You think something's gonna be a lot more successful than what it is, okay? You dedicate a whole bunch of time to it, and you just don't quite get the results that you were initially expecting. Because yeah, I spent so much time like researching, creating the products, doing the stupid Etsy tags like all the time for every listing. Like, it's very time consuming. I know it's time consuming, okay? And on top of this, during this period, I also had a few things going on like in my private life as well, which kind of just made things a whole lot more stressful. But nevertheless, I sat myself down and I said to myself, right, Alfie, look, you've done this with a shop before. You know what you're saying works. You're coaching people on a daily basis and they're making sales. So you know what you're doing works. There's other Etsy sellers out there, other people on YouTube, in fact, that have made Etsy stores in this niche, in this saturated niche, and are making sales. So if it's been done before, it can obviously be done again. And so after I sat myself down and I had a little bit of a motivational talk with myself, this is when I decided to double down and put even more effort into my shop, okay? And it's like, literally, as soon as my brain switched into action like this, you can see from these stats here, honestly, literally the very next day or within the next few days, I had a really good day of orders come in. And then as you can see then in the preceding week, the orders started coming in on a lot more frequent basis. And I actually started getting sometimes even multiple orders every single day. And that continues to rise because, as we all know, from experience, Etsy is very much a snowball effect. And as soon as you start getting just those first few sales trickling in a row, then that's when it really starts to take off. And yeah, this is something that just stands so true, like in everyday life as well. Just from my personal experience, whenever you're at the point where, you're really struggling with something and it's just at the point where you feel like giving up, this is literally the cue. This is the cue from the universe, okay, to say to you, that you are so close to reaching success. If you double down now, okay, and you get past this feeling and you get past this last hurdle, then your biggest successes are always on the other side, okay? So yeah, from my life, and especially from my business life, every time I've been in a business and I thought it was failing, or I kind of had enough of it and I thought it was getting to that point where, I was really questioning myself, questioning whether I should give up or not. This is always where the biggest wins have come, just around the corner. And now I just want to ask a question directly to you, okay? You specifically. Did you start your Etsy business thinking that within the first few days, weeks, or even first few months, that you'd be earning upwards of hundreds of dollars a week, okay? Profit straight into your bank account. Like, did you think the store was just going to completely take off like that? Based on what a lot of these YouTubers have been saying that you've seen online, or maybe on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. Like, was that the impression you had in your head when you started your business? So just think about it for a little bit, okay? And chances are, if the answer to that question was yes, then this is probably the sole major reason why you're considering giving up or why you think there's no success coming. So look, Etsy is not a get rich scheme, all right? And in fact, to be honest, pretty much anything that you do in online business is not gonna be a get rich scheme, okay? It is something that can completely change your life, all right? As I sit here today now, I can very safely say it's completely changed my life personally, but this is something that's only gonna happen after we put in hour upon hour, days upon days, and weeks upon weeks of hard work, continuous improvement, and just continuous learning, you know, trying different experiments, you know, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and just really putting the effort in on that very consistent basis. So look, I've been playing this Etsy game now for probably over 3 years, and I even had different online businesses that I made websites for, you know, using Shopify, even in the year before that, okay? So what I'm trying to say is success, it always takes time, all right? And literally, I always say this, the only separating factor between entrepreneurs that make it and entrepreneurs that don't make it and they never have successful businesses, all right, is that the ones that did make it and did end up earning some decent money online, the only difference is that they never gave up. So every time there was a knockback or something didn't work or they thought they wanted to give up, they just put more time and more effort into learning, okay, and improving, so that they then go again and they kept showing up for the business and they kept showing up for the work. That's the only difference. The ones that make it and the ones that don't. Nothing else. So look, personally, I always sucked at school, okay? I sit here, I don't have a college degree, no university degree, no serious qualifications or anything, okay? Never been book smart at all. I was raised in a household all my life with a single mother parent, and you know, some of you may have stories very similar to mine. But the point I'm trying to make to you guys is that there is literally nothing special about me that's different to you at all. And with that, there's also nothing extremely different about the very successful business owners to you or me. We're all just people. However, I can very safely say that I never gave up. And I'm sure if you ask any successful business owner the exact same question and you say, what's the one thing? They will say perseverance and just not giving up. So look, this is only a short video. I hope that from a combination of the stats, kind of my own personal experiences, and what I'm saying to you now, 4 years into entrepreneurship and online business, that, you know, it kind of gives you a bit of hope that if you've only been doing this for a few weeks, a few months, you know, not very long, you are literally right at the start of your journey. Like, you are so new to the game. There is so much to learn, and nobody just, I mean, there may be a few very exceptional circumstances, but I can promise you, nobody is just starting a shop and they're just skyrocketing sales immediately, especially when they're starting from a point of not knowing much about online business and what works and what doesn't at all, okay? I hope this helps. If you want to fast track your learning, then feel free to book a free call with me. There's a link in the video description. You can learn from all of my experiences, all of my mistakes. Hopefully it can fast track you on your way to success. I'll very happily chat to you. But yeah, otherwise, just a quick one, guys. Don't give up. Keep pushing, and I'll see you on the next video.